We have the Prince of Wands. We have the Seven of Cups. We have the Six of Swords. Not fun energy here. But it looks like it turns out okay at the end for you. There's a Prince of Wands that might have some sort of I want to say bad past in regards to love here. There's debauchery, some cups are pushed over, but there's a flower growing amidst a cracked environment, an environment where there's no water left, it looks like. It's all dried up. This Prince of Wands has his heart broken many times. You might be in that right now. This person obviously has had his fair share of lovers. The Prince of Wands has his eyes closed to the truth, though. He kind of plays with more of feelings than emotions, let's say. This Prince of Wands also knows how to kind of just get around without really committing. And as you can see here, it breaks a lot of hearts. When there's no real love in the building, when there's no water around, everyone kind of suffers. You might be encountering some sort of Prince of Wands at this time that has given you not a lot of love to drink from. They might have had other lovers at the same time. And you're looking for a connection that gives you more of this energy, the Six of Swords, where you guys can figure it out together. You team up with someone that could really grow something good. You can get through the maze of life together. You can work it out together. You put two minds together, and great wonders can happen from it when you are in a team that works well. You can really go through the maze of life and find your way through it and then flourish from it. So from these three cards already, I'm sensing that you might have had your heart broken in the recent past. Someone might be breaking your heart currently. You might be going through a breakup. The Seven of Cups obviously is just, it's breakup energy. It's not fun, but it also gives you that glimpse of hope with the flower coming out of nowhere. Even it's growing in darkness, It's kind of like the lotus that grows from muddy waters. You can grow out of this darkness. You can find the cracks and grow through them no matter what. When you get to a place where you can see the surface again and you start growing, rebuilding yourself from this past heartbreak, you'll be able to find this other entity here and team up and really get through the darkness together. You see that there's the flourishing symbol again, which can relate to true love and family to me. It just means finding a partner of any sort. Doesn't even have to be love related, or a friend or family member or just even a stranger that you connect to mentally that will help you get out of this darkness through the maze of what the F's in life and kind of find your way out to see the light. This person will help your mind grow, and you also will help this person back. Let's elaborate on this Prince of Wands. Okay, the Queen of Wands comes out. So we have the Prince of Wands and the Queen of Wands hanging out. You might be someone that just dated someone that was a little bit younger than you. This could mean some sort of fire sign connection. You both might be fire signs. Or you could just come from that energy where you had a passionate connection, let's say, but there is no love. There was a lot of attraction and those flirty, fun, butterflies in the stomach feeling, but there was no true love that really grew from it, which explains the debauchery card, the Seven of Cups. When, an older female and a younger man, the older female obviously might be a lot more mature in her right. She's a queen. She's not a princess, So she's had a little bit more time to learn from her mistakes. And she's also not afraid to explain that to anybody going forward. She knows how to take the reins in her own hand and just make the action happen. She will be combative if needed. She's a woman of action. But she also doesn't really take a lot of mumbo jumbo, a lot of BS, right? That this person might have been giving her. Again, this Prince of Wands is more in his head than in his heart, or more in his pants than in his heart too. But his eyes are closed. He's kind of like in his imagination. There's a million wheels turning. There's a lot of females in his mind. You're not the only one. Which explains this card of debauchery with the Seven of Cups. There was a connection, but it wasn't a connection that you were yearning for in regards to love. It's just a connection of, it was a fling. Let's call it like it is. It was a fling. And if you were in a place where you were looking for more, you're looking to have someone that's more on your level mentally, this wasn't the right connection at all. Anything else about the Prince of Wands we need to know? The Moon. He kept a lot of secrets from you. He might have kept a lot of secrets regarding other females. Whatever the case is, he definitely wasn't telling you the whole truth about what his deal was. When you keep secrets from someone that you're supposed to be sharing your heart with, that obviously causes a lot of mistrust, a lot of game playing, just a lot of false statements made, lying, the whole shebang. The Queen of Wands obviously is just like, oh, really? Really, you're going to try and lie to me? You really think that I'm going to fall for it? She's kind of just like, really? He's playing mind games. He's playing games with many people at the same time. You're just one of them, unfortunately. And he's not telling you the whole truth, whatever truth it is for him. He's not telling you. He wasn't explaining anything to you regarding that. This might make him have anxiety. You're as sick as your secrets, right? So if you have a lot of secrets, you're obviously going to spend a lot of time at night feeling anxious. You have a lot of things to go over in your head. The more secrets that you tell, the more things you have to memorize, because you just lied about everything, So you have to remember your stories in order to be a good liar. It's just exhausting. And it also creates a lot of anxiety about the future of like, oh, will they find out about me? I don't know what to do. I don't know who to choose. I'm not telling anyone the truth. I'm just kind of more in my head, and that's where I'll stay. And I'll just keep playing these games because it's going well for me, kind of feeling. This person definitely is not telling you everything that they need to, and you do deserve to know what's going on with someone, especially if you're committing to them or have been committed to somebody in the past. Even if you're just dating, and you sense someone playing games with you already, you gotta like really look at the red flags here and decide for yourself if you're willing to play the game. Why play games? You know, the Queen of Wands is like, are you playing a board game with me? Like, what are we playing here? You know, she's just like, I don't want to play games. I'm looking for love, you know? She doesn't have time to feel distracted because she could be very creative, you know? And if you have a lot of strife in your life, it kind of stifles your creativity as well. This Prince of Wands is up to no good, basically, unfortunately. He's not mature enough to express himself. He's not mature enough to actually know what he wants, you know, with this card here. There's just like a lot of going back and forth in his own head, not telling anyone anything, you know. It's not even like, hey, I'm hanging out with you, but I really don't know where this is going, or I don't know what I want. I don't know if I want to settle down. I don't know if I want, you know, all those things. They don't say anything of that to you. They just pretend to be in this Prince of Wands energy. They flirt with you. They want to get in bed with you. But, you know, when it comes to having deep felt conversations or conversations that open up connection, there's none of that. He's keeping it all inside. This person has a lot of choices, and as the Prince of Wands should, because the Princes of Wands, you know, they're good looking. You know, they know that too, though. That's the issue here. There might be a lot of other people offering their cup, you know, and he might take the cup for the night, let's say, yeah, but they're not going to truly invest anything in anyone. They're just there for a good time, not a long time. They even still might be bored of the fact of dating and dealing with people and people and people, you know, but they're still doing their old habits. They're in a habit of a lifestyle, and they're not telling anyone that they're feeling anxious or they don't know what they want. It does make them feel like that inside. They're not telling anyone anything, and they're also not interested in love. They kind of maybe want it. Well, you know, we'll see if the cards show anything like that, but this time they're not interested in anybody regarding love, and that's why this is like kind of front and center here. It's not a good place if you're on the other side of things when it comes to that. If you're someone that's looking to kind of find your person, this is frustrating to you because you're looking for love, and this person has given you zilch. They've given you nothing but kind of lies, or just, you know, the F-boy kind of attitude, yeah? They call you on a Friday night at like 9:30 p.m. and then ask you to go out. You know, they don't make plans with you ahead of time. They lie to you about all the girls in their lives. You know, there's just like a lot of things that are just like player-like energy. This might actually make them feel worried inside, but it doesn't matter because they're still doing it, and they're not telling anyone their feelings. You know, obviously the Queen of Wands would be more like, why don't you just tell me what's up? We can handle this. You know, there's nothing in life that's we can't handle. But this person is more like, you know what, it's easier just to mess around and not get my heart involved. You know, it's just not fun for me at this time. You know, I'm too scared maybe. They're anxious. You know, they've also had their heart broken maybe once or twice before. You know, this guy does have a broken heart on the card. And, you know, maybe that scared them off into love atmosphere altogether because it hurts. Heartbreak isn't fun for anybody. But it takes the courageous few to keep going and pick yourself up after a while, learn your lessons, heal yourself, love yourself, figure out how to improve yourself so the next person who matches with you is also improved. You know, some people take the a more I don't know, immature way of doing things, and they just go, you know what, love hurt me before, and I don't want to do anything about it. I don't ever want to experience. I don't want to take a shot. I don't want to risk any of that going forward ever again. And you kind of shut yourself down to love forever, or until you decide, like, I gotta take chances here with my heart in order to get something good. This person is definitely not at this time, though. Anything with this Seven of Cups that we need to feel about you? The Queen of Swords. So we got two queens here. Like, I feel like you're just more in like a more mature place in your life. And whoever you were dealing with previously is not. They're just not at your level when it comes to love and your outlook on life and how things go. It does take time to, trust what life is about, especially as a younger person. Like, you just think that, like, nothing can be worked out. Like, it just is what it is forever. Like, things don't change. And then as the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords, you're just like, dude, I know a lot more, than you do when it comes to just how life unfolds. You've been through a lot more experiences, and now you're showing, like, hey, I know what I'm talking about, but I also won't let this debauchery happen. The Queen of Swords is kind of just being like, she's like waving whoever over to her throne as she sits there very comfortably with her one sword in her hand, and also the other hand is kind of like opening and being like, yeah, try me, and she will put up a fight, even if it's just a fight of words, let's say. You in this kind of Seven of Cups is just more like annoyed with the fact that someone is trying to pull an easy one over you, or just like try to play games that are so immature, and you're just like, I'm so much older than you in so many ways. It's almost insulting that you're trying to trick me when I see what you're doing. That's the kind of feeling I'm getting with these two cards. So it's kind of like, you're just kind of sick of the games and you're not having it. And you're letting it be known, though. You're expressing yourself in some sort of way to let it be known that you're not playing games and you're not here to play games. And if you could please not play a game with me, that would be really nice. It's just like, please, try to fight with me, or try to explain yourself and your lies to me, and I will know if you're telling me the truth or not, because you're just in this moon energy not saying a freaking peep, even though you can still feel this person feeling like this and like this, bored, anxious, but you're just like, if you can't even tell me the truth, then why even bother? She'll cut you down in a heartbeat. And she'll also cut it off, too, She'll cut off your head as well. So what's going on with the Six of Swords going on for you? What's going on with that going forward? Anything good? What's up with the Six of Swords? King of Swords. We have the Queen and the King hanging out. It's an interesting match. Two very intelligent people getting together. That's exactly what this Six of Swords is. That is exactly what this Six of Swords is. It's two intelligent people putting their work together somehow, putting their minds together, which will help both of them get out of a very dark place or dark maze of life. I love that these two came out. The King and the Queen of Swords. That is a couple that you definitely don't want to try and trick. You don't want to pull a fast one on them. You don't want to steal from them. You don't want to fight with them in any way. Like, they're both like have their sword up, and just the fact that the sword is facing up is kind of like a sign of like, yes, even though my other hand is relaxed, I have half of me ready to fight at all times. They are ready to combat anyone that comes at them. And that's kind of the energy that you're going into, which is nice. You know, you're kind of just like, screw these players, right? I want someone that I can kind of really connect with here and really get things going with. Someone that's gonna like make it happen with me. Someone that will, you know, I could trust. Someone that I could speak to. Someone that really communicates correctly, or at least tries to. You know, like, also he's going to respect you more, and he's going to consider what you have to say because he respects you. I just read a quote the other day saying, like, you could tell how intelligent a man is by how stupid he assumes his woman to be, you know? And it's kind of the same way. It's like, if they treat you with respect and they know that you have something to say and it's worth, your words mean thing, they're weighted, right? He's going to respect that about you and encourage you, you know? And that's really going to work well both ways because you respect him back. Obviously, he's the king, and he really is learned in his ways and what works in life as well. He's been around the block. He's a little bit older or a little bit more mature. It doesn't have to be about age sometimes. Sometimes there's really mature old people out there, and there's really mature young people. So it's more about like how you go about life, how you're thinking about life, and how you treat other people while you're doing this. You will connect with someone going forward that's really going to get on your level that way. It's going to be nice, and you're going to be able to come out the other side into the light and grow very well together. That's going to be great. Anything else about the Six of Swords? Oh, look at that. We got the Eight of Pentacles. Look at this bright side. You know, you just cross over into a new life together. It's really going to give you a chance to breathe and walk, smell the flowers. This is kind of like, you know, that's what the Eight of Pentacles that I get. It's like you could stop and walk in your own garden of everything that you've done and accomplished and smell your own flowers. Take a breather. You know, soak in the sun. You know, really just kind of have that relaxed state to you where you're like, okay, at least I made it this far. You know, I'm not at the Ten of Pentacles where like you achieve everything that you've ever dreamed of, but the Eight of Pentacles is really good. You know, you're just kind of really enjoying where you got to, and you're giving yourself a pat on the back for getting there. And this King of Swords, when you know that you're connecting with the right people mentally, lovingly or not, it's going to really open up the world to you and give you a new way of life, a new way of thinking. And you'll be relaxed in the outcome of what's to come. You know, life always brings disappointment, anger, depression, all the bad feelings. But at the same time, when you're supported by the right people, they will help you get through these bad times more easily. If you're stuck in a funk, if you're stuck in a depression, or you're anxious about something in the future, the right people around you will help relieve those symptoms or those feelings or thoughts that you're having. They might give you a different point of view that you haven't thought of, but you respect their point of view, so you listen because you like their mind. It's very important to have people around you that you can trust, and maybe you could trust in how different they are to you because they give you a different point of view that could help you possibly. This King of Swords is a great match for you because you're looking for more of an intellectual connection, someone that could really respect you, help you, love you, but really gets you, like understands your mind, and that's going to make you feel at peace, like in this card here. So it's a great energy going from the Seven of Cups to the Eight of Pentacles. Like, look at that, you know? Anything else? The Six of Swords. Oh, popping out. Ace of Pentacles. I got an offer for you. I got an offer for you so you can get everything that you want in life. I got an offer for you on how to achieve. You want this offer? This person is going to come to you and make an offer of some sort. An offer of his heart, an offer of an opportunity, an offer of a new chance of looking at life, a new chance of going about life with someone, with a partner, with some sort of newness that's really going to help you get to your little garden of achievement here. It's good energy. It's going from like this like stuck playboy energy, standing up for yourself, saying that you deserve more and you know better. And you're like, get the hell out of here. And then look at what happens after that. You give yourself space to meet someone that really gets you on your mental level. You'll have a chance to sit back in life and smile, you know, soak in the sun, soak in the goodness of life this time. And then this also is, there's bringing a new opportunity here. It's just a new opportunity to connect with the right people. You have to give yourself space from people that aren't doing you well. There might be some people here that are around you that are just giving you very confused energy, and whether or not they're a good person or not is not the issue. It's giving you confused energy, so you need to make the choice of like, do I want to feel confused all the time? You know, do I want to feel heartbroken or like I'm competing against people? You know, like these are questions that you should ask yourself. You can figure it out that this person is doing this or that to you. That's good, fine, you know, but you're the person at the end of the day that will accept it or not. You could say, oh, so-and-so is a good person, but he's kind of a liar. He's stuck in his head. He's got some issues that he's not dealing with. I don't want that. I don't want to just be used, you know, for things. I don't want to be taken from. I want to just say, you know, stand up for myself. Say, this is what I'm accepting. This is what I want and deserve. And it's not about like feeling entitled. It's about how you love yourself, you know. And how you love yourself is what boundaries you put up around you too. But when you give yourself the space then and finally walk through away from this person, new opportunity comes to you. It's really going to be good. You'll feel a lot better connecting with the right people mentally and knowing that these people actually understand you, you know? It's just not going to have that same kind of anxious feeling where you're like, oh, like you're like kind of waiting for an approval from like wishy-washy people. You know, if someone is just playing the field and you know that you're just just one player on the field, it's okay if you just want to have that lifestyle and there's no judgment. But at the same time, if you're looking for something more and you're looking for love, it's not the place to be, and you have to cut it off. He could be the cutest person in the world. He could be telling you lies like you're the only one, but your stomach is screaming at you saying, you are not the only one. You know, like, listen to yourself, because this person is, you know, these people from the past that lie and hold information from you and make you feel anxious. It's not worth it. Because as soon as you free yourself from that energy, you could say, all right, adios. If you feel like you want to do something differently in the future, great, you know. But you give yourself the space, and then you get this. And then you get new opportunities coming to you that are going to really be good for you. Who wouldn't want that? One last card. Fly with faith. Trust your sturdy wings and know that the universe is working its magic on your behalf. So you have to have faith, knowing that when you stand up for yourself and you know and trust that the universe will give you people that are good for you when you give yourself the space. It's very lonely to give yourself space sometimes because you're usually alone when you let someone go, right? Even if it's just one person, this person that you might be seeing, or these people from the past, it feels lonely at first because you're in between chapters, let's say, you know? It's like a blank page in between, you know, your past and your future. But once you get to the next chapter, your faith is going to be restored in your ability to manifest the right thing, and your ability to stand up for yourself. So you'll have faith in yourself, knowing you know what the right answer is for you always. Your answers are all in you already. It's just your mind or society tricking you into not, thinking that you don't know the answers of what you need to do in life, or someone that's trying to manipulate you or lie to you or just to kind of get in your pants. Like, you know whether or not really this person loves you. You feel when someone actually loves you, and your mind usually tricks you out of those kind of relationships because maybe they're fun and you just want it to work. But once you know that you can have faith in your own intuition and trust it and listen to it, though, you got to listen to your own intuition first. You have to acknowledge the fact that you're feeling certain ways, then rationalize it with your mind if you want. But once you learn to skip that step and just trust into your intuition, you'll have the faith in yourself, in your intuition, to go forward in life. And that is what's going to have the universe help you and give it back to you at the same time.